First of all, just outline what you're showing here at the Meteorological Expo.
Well, first of all, I would like to show for our Meteorological Society our equipment for wind shear, low-level wind shear detection. Now we create a total and complete solution from LiDAR to pilot. We get some neat information from wind shear to pilot about meteorological hazards, wind shear hazards. It's just to point out the first world solution, complete solution. And you can see here our Russian LiDAR and American solution about EFB, electronic flight back. This equipment installed on cockpit and pilot with helping with equipment can show wind shear and departure and approach. It's very necessary information for pilot because it's flight safety.
Sean, just tell us about the equipment that we've been seeing here at the Meteorological Expo that you're displaying.
Yeah, we've with an electronic flight bag, which is a device that would actually sit on the aircraft, we're now being able to upload the LiDAR information from a wind shearing type of effect onto the electronic flight bag to give the pilot a visual representation of the wind shear, to be proactive rather than reactive in a wind shearing event. The LiDAR information is basically the two white columns that we see here. So with that LiDAR information, I'm now data link this information up to the aircraft for the pilot to see. So as I continue my approach, this downdraft has now changed. So now it has changed to a 48 knot downdraft. So the wind is moving at 48 knots downdraft. But it's also through my projected flight path. Okay, so the white line represents my flight path to the runway here. So that 48 knot downdraft gives me a warning for the 48 knots here, so the pilot now can start being proactive rather than reactive. In a wind shear event, right now pilots have to be reactive. So on the flight deck, the pilot gets a warning. It says wind shear, pull up. It's a reactive approach. Here, he would not even have gotten that wind shear piece yet because he's still on the approach and he hasn't really hit the wind shearing effect. Now I'm starting to get an 8 knot tailwind, so not am I seeing a downdraft, but now I'm seeing a shift in the winds that would be a tailwind. We want the wind to be off the nose of the aircraft or over the wings flowing. With the wind shifting, it's now going to push that aircraft faster towards the runway. So he has to now carry a little extra power or go a little bit faster to continue this approach. Or now the pilot can elect to go around on the approach. So I don't get faced with just, being reactive at the last minute, too close to the ground, trying to get around. This allows me to basically think about it ahead of time and then make the changes as I need prior to getting on the ground.
And what you're needing is obviously reliable collection of the data, but that quick transfer of that information to the cockpit.
Correct, yeah, exactly. The information from the LiDAR is very critical to have that data collected and then up to the aircraft quickly. So the data transmission to the aircraft is very crucial to that the information for the pilot.
What's been the reaction this week to this equipment?
It's interesting. This week has been fascinating because it's the first time people have seen it, in a weather expo like this. Everybody's always been just, let's gather the weather info. We've taken it one step further and made it information for the pilot or the flight crew to be able to make planning capabilities. So the take-in has been very welcomed.
And interesting people you've been chatting to?
Oh, it's been a range everywhere from people from Sweden to the Netherlands. Our colleagues in Russia, we've had several different Russian contingents through here, as well as our friends at the FAA. We actually have people from America and the FAA here that have been very positive on this reaction.
And tell us about the collaboration in terms of a Russian-United States collaboration that it is.
Yeah, it's Astronautics actually has a company that's in St. Petersburg. We do software there, and this collaboration came together from basically Mr. Konevsky, who you had met a minute ago, through that and being able to display this information and put it onto the flight crew. So having that collaboration has been very positive for us, and we're looking forward to it.
And this is the first year the event, this particular expo has been held. Why was it important that you came to Meteorological Expo?
Yeah, it was getting the message out that there's other ways to get information up to the crews and have that capability to the crews, because it's not just only having the information to the controller and then relying on human interaction of the controller to get the information to the crews. It's also having the information directly to the flight crews. So basically the controller and the pilot are seeing the same thing at the same time. So you don't have to rely on human intervention to try to get that information up.